Oh my god. You can actually see the skulls. The Paytokan Walk is one of Sagada's most famous tours, and for good reason. It takes you through some of the most sacred and historic sites in the region, including Sagada's iconic hanging coffins.
They forbid tourists to shout in this area.
This is a unique burial tradition that the Applai tribe, a subgroup of the Igorot people, have been practicing for generations. In fact, it is believed some of these coffins are over 2,000 years old. We'll learn more about that and the traditions of the Applai tribe later on in this video.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, I'm not gonna lie.
The tour costs 1,000 pesos, but we're doing this as part of a joiner group, which means we were able to split the cost with other tourists to make it more affordable. Leading our joiner group is going to be Kuya Rex, who, by the end of this tour, will go down as one of the coolest and most knowledgeable people I've ever featured on this channel.
By the way, in case you're curious why you have to go through this whole process and why there's tour guides and stuff, basically, in the past, tourists would show up to Sagada and they would either get lost, go missing, or they would freaking die. Some would go into hikes not knowing what they're getting themselves into, and it would be a mess. So now they have this whole tour guide system set up. Now they have this thing where you have to register the second you get to Sagada. That way, they can keep track of you, just security reasons.
Wow, you're not in the Philippines unless there's a basketball court. And that is true even in Sagada. Anyway, we're heading over to St. Mary the Virgin Church, where our tour will officially begin.
Wow, that is nice.
This church has literally one of the most insane views.
Are we on good, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
Our church here is not a Catholic church. It's a Anglican or Episcopal. This was brought by the American missionaries here in Sagada, late 1800. The church was established around 1904. It's quite the same with the Catholic. This was from during the time of King Henry VIII. During his time, he wanted to be married, wanted to divorce his wife, Catherine of Aragon, to marry Anne Boleyn.
Yeah.
So what he did, he formed a Protestant religion to his church. He formed this one, the Anglican, in order for him to have a pass to be remarried again. I think the only difference is that the priest here can marry. The mass procedure, the sequence, the saints, they all have those ones.
Damn, Henry is just...
Yeah.
he just wants to marry.
Baseball and softball. The major sport here in Sagada.
Because of the Americans?
Yeah, American influence.
Also, there's no Spanish influence.
No, ma'am. During the 300 years of their occupation here in the Philippines. They tried, but they met resistance.
Wow.
Only Americans, you guys.
The pesky Americans.
With that, we began making our way towards Echo Valley, where the hanging coffins are. But first, we're gonna make a quick stop at the Sagada Public Cemetery.
Ma'am, sir, this is the cemetery of Sagada nowadays. Because the hanging coffins along with the burial pit is the traditional way of burial here in Sagada. But until to these days, we are still practicing those types of burial. It depends on the person. If they wanted to be buried the hanging coffins, the cemetery, or at the caves. This type of burial was introduced to us by the American missionaries when they came here in Sagada. And in our cemetery, it's free to be buried. That's why you can see many vacant tombs here. The vacant ones here were reserved for the spouse of the dead person. And in here on the 1st of November, instead of candles, we burnt wood in every tomb.
Oh, really?
Like a little bonfire for every tomb here. Because during that time, it's drizzling and it's very windy here. Candle is not applicable. The concentration of the sap of the pine trees makes the pine tree burns good, even though it's wet.
Wow, this is nice.
Have you heard of the Mama Sapana incident? It's the SAF 44.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of them. The one with the photo. It happens in Maguindanao, in Mama Sapano. Their mission is to capture the second most wanted terrorist here in Asia, an ISIS, a bomb expert, Mission Marwan. On their way back, we got ambushed and it became a controversy here in the Philippines because long hours of firing.
Yeah.
And there were like military bases near the encounter. And actually, of the 44 soldiers there, 44 policemen actually, because they were policemen.
They were police?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They were policemen, not soldiers. That's why it also became a controversy. Why did they put a special action policemen?
That's
I think
crazy.
11 of them were from here, from the islands. 2 were from this town, from Sagada.
Oh, really?
And the other were from the neighboring towns.
This has to be one of the coolest views ever, no?
Here, they forbid tourists to shout in this area because before they used to call this the Echo Valley. Because when you shout, there are echoes produced because it's the gorge. This area has a different use for us locals here in Sagada. Because in this area, before we bring down the cadavers there at the hanging coffins out here, the old men would shout here first to tell the first one that was buried there that somebody's being buried new. Somebody's gonna join them. So when you shout here, it means to say you have to bury somebody there. That's why we forbid tourists to shout. Because of the practice.
Wait, so those are the hanging coffins?
That's the hanging coffins we got.
Oh my god.
Shortly, we'll make our way down towards those coffins and we'll actually get to see them up close. But before we do that, we head to another viewpoint where we get to see centuries old coffins.
That looks really old.
That actually looks crazy. Wow, this is cool though. What is that?
Some more coffins, sir.
Are you coming with me?
Yeah, can go.
Let's go.
You can see some skulls.
Come on. It's a little scary. Oh my god. Oh my god. You can actually see the skulls.
Honestly, I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel a bit uneasy at this moment.
You wanna come up?
But at the same time, there's this strong sense of calm. To stand this close to something so deeply tied to life and death, it's honestly humbling.
This is one of the craziest experiences of my life. I'm not even kidding.
Plastic siguro yun, no? No, it's true. That's a skull. You don't put fakes there.
You got your feet.
Rock climbing.
Wait, you can go all the way up there?
Pa siguro. Next
There's
time,
a fee,
pagbalik
like
ko.
a 500 pesos each. You can try as many as you want, but if you don't want to pay, they use the rope, put it on the leg, and then you do free climbing.
So you die.
You die, no?
That's crazy. I would try it, but she wouldn't let me. Oh god, babe, are you ready for this one? That looks like the old path. Damn, Kuya did it sideways and everything? Oh, my knee hurts already. Ow. Oh my god, this one's actually steep. Oh my god. Ow, 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 ow. All the years of cross country are catching up to me. Ow. Alright, looks like there's more coffins here. That is crazy. The hanging coffins of Sagada. The Philippines is unbelievable.
Hanging coffins, like I said at the cemetery, it's one of the traditional way of burial here in Sagada. Since time immemorial, we've been doing this kind of burial. But on this area, there's only few coffins hung. There's a reason behind it. One is that they started to hang here late, around 1950s or 1960s only. And then the other thing is that most of the people that was hung here were the elders of the community. Elders of the tribe. Here in Sagada, for a person to be considered an elder, they must have to do good things. They're married and have children. And then their children must have to be married both the traditional way and then the church. But since when the American came, we are mixing our culture and tradition with the church. Like, we're going to the church, but we're practicing the rituals. That's why there's a few coffins hang here. And then here you notice there are long coffin and short coffin. The longer ones, during their wake, they were in the lying position already, like what we do nowadays. Yes. Because before, in part of the ritual, during the wake, there's a certain day that the dead person would be seated on a chair. During that time, we would do a particular ritual to declare the person dead. After the person is declared dead, on the third day, because we only do have like 3 days wake if you were to be buried this way. Because we don't do embalming if you're to be hanged or to be buried at the caves. On the third day, what they do, they build scaffoldings here, and then they hang first the coffin in the morning, and then the cadaver would follow in the afternoon. Because what they do in the afternoon is that they wrap the cadaver with their burial blanket, just like they bend the hands, the knees, so that it would also fit in the coffins. They wrap them with their burial blanket and then they carry it. Because here there's a belief that if you carry the dead person's cadaver and you got dropped by the fluid or liquid coming from the cadaver, means to say good luck. That's why there will be lots of people who wants to carry the dead person's cadaver. You notice the names written on the coffin, and then there's a name written on the cross. The name written on the cross, that's the one registered on the papers. Because here we always have our two names given by our parents. Those are the one registered on the papers, and then the other one is not given by the elders. Because here, if there's a newborn baby and during the cutting of the umbilical cord, if it dries up, we would do a particular ritual again, and then the elders would give the newborn baby name that would come from that baby's ancestors. And later they called it the Igorot name. Actually, Igorot, it's a general term for us here on the highlands. Sagada is from the Applai tribe. We speak Kankanay. That's our dialect here. Not Ilocano. We just know how to speak Ilocano to centralize the language here on the highlands. Because even our neighboring municipalities like Bontoc, a different tribe, a different language. And it's 45 minutes away from here. We are mixing Kankanay, Ilocano, Tagalog,
English.
And here, there's no reason for us to stop this way of burial, the hanging coffins or the caves, because it's free to be buried at the cemetery, it's free to be hanged on the rocks or to be buried at the caves. The ritual is the same if you were to be buried at the cemetery or here.
Oh, wow.
So, bakit last 2010 pa?
2010. I think some of the elders would wanted to be buried this way, but they didn't tell their relatives. Because nowadays you have to tell so that they'll know. Because if you don't tell them, most probably you were to be buried at the cemetery. It's easier. It's pretty expensive to die in Sagada because of our rituals, because of our cultures. Because here they butcher like around 21 pigs in a year, and pig comes with the chickens.
Oo nga, ang dami ng alagang baboy dito. There's so many pigs.
I thought he was gonna say because of the Americans.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why we're burying this way is that it's easier for the zone to move around, to come out. Because here we believe with the Anitos before the missionaries came. And even now, we're still, like I said, we're still practicing both. That's why we're exempted with the Animal Welfare Act, because we use the dogs during our cleansing rituals. That's the time also that we're gonna use the traditional dress here, like the bahag. And it's pretty cold to go on mountains with bahag.
With that awesome experience out of the way, we began making our way down towards the caves and the coffee farms. And along the way, we'll actually get to see more hanging coffins. Some of these which are way up on the sides of the mountains.
Can you look at that? Don't mind me. Oh my god. Look at that. It's just in there. You wanna come look? Are you scared? I feel like you're scared. It's right there. Why are you scared? One thing I'm making a mental note of in this video is no pointing. Because I'm just very used to pointing at things to show you guys. But I think I'm just gonna put arrows when I'm editing. Because, you know. Out of all of them, he gave you a stick? Okay, never mind, he was right. You do need a stick. Oh my god.
We have more up there. There, they use the vines, like the wild vines before.
Oh, to lower them?
Yeah, and then the vine also. Because Sagada used to be a grassland before.
Oh really?
There's not this much pine tree. The ancestors who planted these trees, it came from far mountains before.
Oh wow.
It's also one of the reasons that's why most of the land here have owners. Like ancestral claim. That's what they planted before.
That's a crazy view.
Limestones. Because they say Sagada, this one's was once submerged under seawater. Plate movement, where the one rises when the two plates collide. That's why we have many caves here, but there's only like 5 caves open for tourists.
Babe, is this the first cave you've ever seen?
No, I went to Ilocos before and when they sent us to a cave.
Well, this is my first cave, so.
Undiscovered. It's hard to explore inside because of the water flowing. And then there's a very small opening.
This is your chance, Kuya.
Imagine, it'll be named after you.
This cozy spot doesn't just mark our halfway point through the tour, it's a reflection of Sagada's deep connection to coffee cultivation.
All of these, every single one of these are coffee.
Coffee here has been grown for generations, thanks to Sagada's cool climate, high elevation, and rich soil. Perfect conditions for the Arabica beans.
Oh look, there's coffee here.
The locals have essentially mastered the art of coffee making, harvesting and roasting the beans to create a smooth and rich flavor. The process, which you can see here directly at this farm.
We drank so much coffee today. Check out how cool the cups are. That's nice. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at Korea. Overtime. Wow, that looks so cool. Oh my god. Oh. Wow, look at this. That's holding it. Oh my god. Ooh. Thank you. Oh
Can you
my.
go up, up first?
Yeah, I can try.
Pwede humawak dito.
It's a lot easier than it looks. Just use your hand. Ah. Woo! This is cool. Oh my god, babe. Oh yeah, I got. Woo. I hadn't noticed that.
You know what though?
What?
If we hadn't walked 10K for 3 months, dope.
That's true. We would be struggling. I mean, we are struggling, honestly.
But like,
But imagine how bad we would be struggling if we hadn't.
I just know how I would have been. I would have been dizzy already.
Yeah.
I have a headache.
You would have been mean to me for no reason. There's a coffin in this area. Oh wow.
Or you walk on the water.
Is it cold?
A little bit maybe.
Mm. Oh, it's so cold. I think water was easier.
Yeah, water is easier.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cold actually. Wait, why does the ground feel like this? Wait, that's crazy. It's like a sponge. That must have taken a long time to do.
I think it's already late to go inside the cave.
Yeah.
To do the river tracing to the waterfalls. What we do, we go up to the road and then we go to the waterfalls. Because
Okay.
when we do this trail, it's a little bit longer. Maybe we would be there by like
Dark.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
It's already night.
Alright. So we're not gonna be able to go all the way in because it's getting dark. But this is cool. It looks like there's a person in the back, no? No, it's a rock.
It's a rock.
Go check. I'm serious.
After scaring my girlfriend for a solid 5 minutes, we began making our way back up towards the main road.
It's a little steep. Oh my god, that's where we were. Is that barbecue? No. Trash burning. Wait, this is so random. You just come out of a garage. This was unexpected. Alright, we're making our way to the waterfall now. That is the last and final stop on this adventure. I just remembered tomorrow we have to be up at 4 a.m. Great. Oh my god. We were right there when we first started this whole thing. Can't believe this. Maybe look, the trip is so long there's a stopover. Do they have sisig? This is a genius spot, no? It's actually, this is how you do business, guys. This is like when you're, you know, in the middle of nowhere and there's only one gas station. Thank you. That's a good Gatorade. This is gonna be a nightmare going back up actually. Oh my god. Look at that. Bokong waterfalls. Oh my god. That's so deep. How many meters? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like where people actually drown because, you know, you go in it thinking it's not that deep because, I mean, look at it. And next thing you know, you're freaking drowning. Especially like there where it's kind of, you know, the current's kind of heavy. This is ice water. Oh my god. Oh, 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 it feels so good though. Look at this. What is life right now?
You jump also, you try.
No. I'm good. It's so cold too. Oh my god. I got splashed. Are you cold? Yeah. It's actually like, you know, like the current creates like this wind and it's just so cold. But yeah, let's go. Now comes the hard part. All I can think about is a sisig I'm about to eat. Damn, that was good. Guya is a really good tour guide. 10 out of 10 actually. We left him a tip because he definitely deserved it. That was so good. Easily one of my favorite trips in the Philippines by far. And Boracay was great. That was an awesome experience. Anyway, let's get to our hostel. I don't know what we're gonna eat, but I'm gonna need a big boy meal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tired. I'm actually like exhausted. That bus ride is still haunting me.
12 hours.
It's so worth it though. I hate it. It's so worth it. I would recommend it, but it's so miserable. Gonna leave this video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys for Sagada Day 2, the food trip episode. One of the things we were talking about right now that we were looking through everything we recorded, the tour guide, he is really good at taking pictures. Oh my god. Like, he's doing the wrong job. Get that man a Canon.